What's up, guys, and welcome back to another video here on B-Mills Wrestling. Night of Champions is just 5 days away, and the entire match card has been announced by WWE. So in today's video, I'm going to be predicting who I think will win each of the 5 matches at Night of Champions in Saudi Arabia. Before we get into the video, if you guys are not already, make sure to subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to turn on post notifications so you don't miss any new videos. And don't forget to leave a like down below. Alright guys, let's get into the video. The first match that we are going to be talking about that is on this Night of Champions card actually wasn't initially supposed to be on the Night of Champions match card. The planned match was Dominic Mysterio defending his Intercontinental Championship against AJ Styles. That match actually got announced a week ago on Monday Night Raw. It was supposed to happen, but now apparently Dominic Mysterio is injured, so he is unable to compete in this match that is just in 5 days. A lot of people are obviously tweeting around saying that they don't actually believe that it's an injury that is holding up this match from happening. It's actually Dominic Mysterio or AJ Styles being uncomfortable with flying to Saudi Arabia with everything that's been going on with the US and Iran. I could also see that being a possibility, but either way, this match on this card, I should say, is not happening. It has been postponed to a later date, probably on Saturday night's main event in Atlanta, or it could just be on Monday Night Raw. Either way, we're not getting this match. Instead, we are getting Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross at Night of Champions. I'm actually super pumped for this. Obviously, Sami Zayn in front of the Saudi Arabia crowd, they love him. I would expect him to get a huge reaction there. As for Karrion Kross, that's why I'm so excited about this. This could be a blessing in disguise for Karrion Kross. He finally gets to make it onto a PLE. I don't know the last time that he was on a PLE. It could have literally been WrestleMania 40 in that 6-man tag match against the Street Profits and Bobby Lashley. I think, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, I think that's the last time he had a PLE match, and nobody really cared for him. A lot of people care about Karrion Kross now. Everybody's buying his merch. They're wearing his shirts. They're cheering for him, giving him huge reactions when he comes on screen. When he's involved in the main event matches, like, he's getting huge reactions, especially when he wins. Like, I'm just happy that he gets to be on a 5-match PLE card. I can't wait to see how the crowd reacts there, if they're going to show the amount of respect and love to Karrion Kross as we all have been in the U.S. I hope they do, because I think that the work he's been putting in, I just think he deserves it. And I'm just super pumped to get to see him in action. Obviously, this has been a pretty good storyline. It's been dating back for a little while, with Karrion Kross being the devil on Sami Zayn's shoulder, telling him that he's never going to win a world championship. If he remains the same way that he is, he must turn heel. That's the only way that he's going to win a world championship. I like that storyline. Obviously, that's what Karrion Kross is known for. Going up to babyfaces, telling them they're not going to have success unless they turn heel. And usually the guys end up turning heel. So I think a Sami Zayn heel turn could be happening pretty soon. Maybe as soon as SummerSlam. I'm not too sure. But I would really love to see Karrion Kross win this match because of, like I said, the reactions he's been getting, how over he's been with the crowd. It would just be cool to see a start of a push for Karrion Kross. And it would also just be cool because obviously that would help the storyline, right? Because Sami Zayn, well, he continues to lose. He's going to have to trend in this direction of turning heel because he can't win matches. I would love it. But in reality, I think Sami Zayn will win this match versus Karrion Kross because it's so last minute, and Sami Zayn is the Saudi Arabia guy. Like, that's who they're going to be rooting for in this match. So I just don't see a world where they give Karrion Kross this win, because I guarantee you they didn't actually want to put him on this PLE, but they were kind of forced to, because that's the only other storyline that's kind of going on. But yeah, like I said, I do think Sami Zayn wins this match because of the Saudi crowd. The next match on this card is Jacob Fatu defending his United States Championship against Solo Sikoa. This has been a really well-built story by WWE, probably their best that they have going right now. I have been really invested into this Fatu Solo storyline. Every week on SmackDown, I am tuned in for this. I can't wait to see what these guys have to say. I've really loved the character work of Solo Sikoa. I think he's been doing his best work since being in WWE. Jacob Fatu as well. I mean, the guy is just oozing with charisma. I mean, he's so over with the crowd. I just absolutely love seeing him on TV. These guys, like I said, it's been a great storyline. Obviously, JC Mateo is going to be in the corner of Solo Sikoa. There's these rumors of Hikuleo, debuting soon for the Bloodline. I'm not sure when that's actually going to happen. So this match is kind of unpredictable because, the outside interference could obviously take the title away from Jacob Fatu. I don't want Jacob Fatu to lose this match, though, because he just won the belt at WrestleMania. I want to see him go on like a long, dominating reign. They've already teased him and Damian Priest, so I feel like they're going to get to that storyline pretty soon. I can't wait for that match. That'll be a good match. I just think they can have so many more storylines with Jacob Fatu as U.S. champ before they move him into the world title picture, which is what I would expect this U.S. title run for Jacob Fatu is. It's just a stepping stone to get him into the world title mix, probably closer to WrestleMania 42 if I had to guess. But like I said, this is pretty unpredictable. I wouldn't mind if Solo Sikoa walked out of Night of Champions as the U.S. champion. I wouldn't mind that at all, but I just don't want to see it. Like I said, I love Jacob Fatu. I think that this U.S. title reign, it has like a lot of endless possibilities. Like it can be super good if booked correctly. This match is a huge step in the right direction. Jacob, beating Solo, the guy who brought him into WWE, and just knocking him off, moving on to bigger things. I feel like that would just be awesome to see. Now, I don't know the direction for Solo after this match if he loses. If Jacob Fatu did lose this match, I feel like he could bounce back easily, especially if he lost because of a DQ. So that's why I think that could happen. If Solo loses this match, I really don't know what's next for the guy, especially with going into SummerSlam, which is where I thought they were going to do this match. Don't get me wrong, I'm not mad that they're doing it at Night of Champions. I think that works. I just thought it was going to be on SummerSlam. So if you have Solo lose this match at Night of Champions, where does that leave him for SummerSlam? Does he get left off the card like he did for WrestleMania? I'm not too sure, but I would expect and do want Jacob Fatu to beat Solo Sikoa in this match. The next match on this card is the Queen of the Ring finals between Jade Cargill and Asuka. Once again, I am super pumped for this match. I think this is another one that is super unpredictable. I think there's a lot of unpredictable matches on this card, which I absolutely love. I could see Jade Cargill winning this match because I could see her, going against Tiffany Stratton at SummerSlam and then having a Naomi cash in. I think that is probably the most ideal situation that we could have. But in a world, I could also see Asuka winning this because she just returned to WWE. She's been on fire since returning. The fans have been so behind her. She's had 2 big wins, the Fatal 4-Way, and then against Alexa Bliss. It seems like they do want to give her a push. They just had the teaser on Raw with her and Io Sky. That's obviously a dream match for a lot of people, including myself. I would love for them to do that at SummerSlam or Evolution, whatever they end up doing. But that's what makes me believe that both of these women could walk out as winners in Saudi Arabia. If you're asking me who I had to pick, I would say Jade Cargill. I think Jade Cargill makes more sense because I feel like they've just teased it more, right? They've built her up more to be the Queen of the Ring. I feel like the Queen, the crown, I feel like it fits her so well. And just the way that they've been pushing her since she's came back from injury. She had a singles match at WrestleMania. She won that match. And then she's just been getting a crazy push since WrestleMania. It does seem like Triple H wants to push her to the moon. And what better way to do that than have her win Queen of the Ring, right? And then go on to SummerSlam, probably win the title. If she does get cashed in on, she gets cashed in on. But still, a lot of things you can do with that. Like I said, I wouldn't mind if Asuka won this match because then you would get Asuka versus Io Sky at SummerSlam. That can be a generational storyline, and the match itself would probably be a top 10 match of all time, if I'm being honest with you. But I don't think Asuka needs to win the Queen of the Ring just because she is a 4-time women's champion. She doesn't really need this. Now, we're going to get to the men's side and how I don't really believe Cody Rhodes needs to win King of the Ring or Randy Orton. But for the women, I think Jade Cargill, being this rising superstar, she's never won a world title. I think it makes sense. It just makes perfect sense to me. But for Asuka, I think, obviously, Io Sky, she's still going to need a challenger, right? If Jade Cargill wins Queen of the Ring, you're going to get Jade and Tiffany. That's going to be set up. And then Io Sky, she's still going to need to defend her title at SummerSlam. She's not going to be left off of SummerSlam. So she's going to need a feud. I think they can just have Asuka win some type of qualifier for that. Whether they do like a number 1 contenders, triple threat, fatal 4-way, one-on-one, like gauntlet match, whatever the hell they do. Asuka can just win that. I don't think that it's going to matter if she's Queen of the Ring or not. You can still do Jade versus Tiffany and Asuka versus Io Sky at SummerSlam, even if Jade Cargill wins Queen of the Ring, which is what I do expect to happen. The next match on this card is the King of the Ring finals between Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton. I think, aside from CM Punk, I am most hyped for this match on this card. This is a WrestleMania match. It almost makes me a little pissed off that they're doing this at Night of Champions. This was a WrestleMania main event, Night 2 main event. So like I said, I'm kind of disappointed that they're doing it just at Night of Champions. But the stakes are high. King of the Ring is on the line. The winner of this match goes on to take on John Cena at SummerSlam for the undisputed WWE Championship. So the stakes are high, and obviously the history between Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes, it goes back over a decade ago to the legacy days with Ted DiBiase. Like, this storyline, it could be, that's why I'm saying, like, there's not really much of a storyline for this match at Night of Champions. Like, it's just kind of, oh, you came out of the one side of the bracket, I came out of the other, so we're going to fight in the championship. There's not, like, a story that they're obviously telling, which is why everyone wanted to see the Randy versus Cody storyline play out probably at WrestleMania with like, a potential Randy heel turn. It just would have been generational. They still could do it, but I'm a little disappointed that their first match together since Cody returned to WWE is just a non-story type of match, right? But either way, I am super hyped for this match. I think that Cody Rhodes will win this match just because they just ran Randy Orton and John Cena at Backlash for the title, with John Cena retaining. The story that they've been trying to tell is Cody Rhodes is going to get back to fighting for his undisputed WWE Championship. He obviously lost it in a dirty way to John Cena at WrestleMania. He went away for a little bit. He returned. He pinned John Cena at Money in the Bank. The whole idea is he's just going to earn his shot for the title the babyface way, and then he's going to win it back at SummerSlam with a potential Seth Rollins heel turn. Not going to talk about that in this video. Not heel turn. Money in the Bank cash in. Jeez, I don't know what I'm saying. But back to the match itself, Randy versus Cody. It's going to be super awesome. I've been waiting to see these two lock up since Cody came back to WWE. It's pretty much a dream match with how Cody is now, being the face of the company. Randy Orton, the guy that's been on top for literally 20 years. Like I said, all the history that they have. I'm just super excited for this match. I also wouldn't be surprised if they had a heel turn in this match. I could also see it just being how we saw Cody and Jay, where we just see sign of respect. They shake hands before the match. They shake hands after the match. But it would be cool if we did see a Randy Orton heel turn. I'm just saying. I don't know if it'll happen. But either way, I do expect Cody Rhodes to beat Randy Orton in this match, and I do expect him to win back his WWE title at SummerSlam. And finally, that brings us to the main event of Night of Champions, which is John Cena defending his undisputed WWE Championship against CM Punk. Man, I am just stoked for this match. I cannot wait to see these two lock up again for the final time. We obviously haven't seen this in 12 years, I want to say. 2013 or 2012. I think it was 2012 the last time we saw these two lock up. Just super excited. The storyline has been chef's kiss. It has been so well built. This is why, when I see people say, oh, they should have ran it at Money in the Bank, I get that. That's where they had their classic match. They're kind of reversing the storyline where instead of Punk walking away with the title, it's Cena. I get that. But you would have only had a 2-week build for that Money in the Bank match. This has had the perfect amount of build where they've had CM Punk cook John Cena on the microphone 2 times. They had a little brawl, and then they had John Cena cut that pipe bomb on that last episode of Friday Night SmackDown. It's just been so well built. Like the promo packages, the video packages that WWE are displaying on Raw and SmackDown. Like it just gets you so hyped to see this match. This, in my opinion, this is my favorite feud of all time. In my opinion, I also think it's the greatest feud of all time, hands down. A lot of people probably say it's Stone Cold Rock, right? It's Undertaker, Shawn Michaels. There's obviously some great ones you could throw out there. I think it's CM Punk and John Cena. The chemistry that these two have with each other in the ring and on the microphone, it's unbelievable. The history, like I said, their history, it goes back. I've just been such a fan of this storyline. Everything that John Cena was saying in that promo, it was just getting me hype, right? Like, this is the best heel work that we have seen from John Cena since he turned heel at Elimination Chamber. The build to WrestleMania when he won the title, I thought it wasn't clicking for me. I loved his promo against Cody Rhodes when he was, going in on him. But like when he was just talking to the crowd, I wasn't feeling it. It just felt forced. It didn't feel like the John Cena that we all know and love. And even like the story with Randy Orton, I felt like that was rushed because it was only like 2 weeks from Mania to Backlash. I wish that we had a little more time for that, but it didn't feel like it was clicking. It felt like corny. And then obviously, I feel like his best work has come with what we've seen recently with CM Punk. CM Punk brings out the best of people. We've seen that with like Drew McIntyre and other guys in WWE. Like, I also think the stuff that's been going on with R-Truth, I think that's been Cena's best work as a heel. Like, that pipe bomb, it just felt natural. It didn't feel like a forced gimmick, right? It just felt like he was speaking from his chest. I absolutely love that, and I want to see more of that from John Cena, especially if he is going to lose the title at SummerSlam. I want to get the most out of this John Cena heel run. if it is going to come to a close in a month or so. But like I said, I'm super hyped for this match. I do think John Cena will retain his championship at this match because, like I said, I think the ultimate end game for John Cena and his title reign is at SummerSlam against Cody Rhodes. I think Cody will win back the title. I don't see a world where CM Punk is the one to dethrone John Cena for the title. Don't get me wrong, I actually would love that, but I don't know what they would do with John Cena going into SummerSlam, if he would turn back babyface. A lot of questions. I don't think that they're going to answer them too soon. I think they're going to answer those questions at their SummerSlam when he loses the title. But I wouldn't be like too shocked if Punk won this, just because, I think the last episode of SmackDown between Punk and Cena was kind of their go-home episode. I don't know if they're going to be on the next SmackDown. I could be wrong. They honestly might be. I don't know if John Cena is advertised, though. But, CM Punk, he was not the one standing tall. Usually, the guys standing tall before going into a match with John Cena, they lose. Think about Cody Rhodes before WrestleMania, and think about Randy Orton. Those guys stood tall like a bunch of times before fighting John Cena, and they both lost the match. So I don't know if that could happen, but like I said, I am sticking with my gut. I think John Cena does retain the WWE Championship at Night of Champions and goes on to take that title to SummerSlam. Alright guys, that's going to do it for today's video. If you guys like this video, make sure to leave a thumbs up down below. Also guys, don't forget to comment down below what future videos you guys want to see from me. Alright guys, peace.